Welcome back. It's a single mom works two jobs, APGAINS. As you can see, my will to live meter is at an absolute low at the moment, but that could be changing because, contrary to what I've been hearing a lot of, I'm actually quite excited for this journey ahead. Now, I'm not going to read it because you've already seen the Arnold video. And since I'm basically giving up on YouTube at this point and just becoming a fucking memer, I'm just going to talk about what I think is an important takeaway here. So, right off rip, something that I find absolutely hilarious is that there's been no communication to Heroes of Middle-earth, CG's other game. It's basically Galaxy of Heroes, but Lord of the Rings. I quite enjoy the game. I play it every day. And it's just funny to see them every single day. It's a video like, where's the content? And then we get this, and everyone's like, oh, this is not the content I wanted. I wanted something else. So oh my God, it just makes me so fucking happy to have posts like this to read. I'm big on new zones. I'm big on new raids. I'm big on Gungans. But more importantly, I prefer, so the perfect road ahead for me would be the old videos they used to do. You remember they used to do the videos where they would record up a whole video and then you could just watch it. It makes it so much more fun and interactive and enjoyable. I enjoyed the 3 of those they did. I imagine they're probably never going to do that again. And so I would much prefer this type of post where it's like, hey, this shit probably not coming anytime soon, but we are working on stuff. Here's a sneak peek at some of the things that are likely going to happen just to boost excitement. I would much rather know way too far in advance and have some sort of quickly chopped together, this might happen, this might happen, this might happen, this might happen, than go, 4 months without hearing anything and be like, oh yeah, by the way, tomorrow there's going to be a new raid coming out or whatever. So while I'm excited about all the Gungans and stuff like that, I'm hoping that the Galaxy of Heroes team is just going to keep doing this quick hitter, not too much anticipation, because nothing they said is non-retractable aside from the Gungans. If no Gungans came out, obviously that'd be a big deal, but the bonus zone, they're we don't have the full details. You're likely going to use Mandalorians of some kind, right? You're probably going to need Bo-Katan. That makes sense. It's the hot pay-to-win character. Dark Trooper Gideon, the Conquest character, and then characters who are probably going to need to be higher relic, like Sabine Wren, because this is probably going to be a later bonus zone. And then maybe a rework in an Omicron or whatever. They'll squeeze you how they squeeze you. That's fine. I quite enjoy this. There's some mystery, there's some speculation, there's time to prepare. I don't really have much in the way of the newer, Mandalorians. I didn't go for Bo-Katan, obviously. Most people didn't. But if this is something that I care about, if I'm a guild that's huge on territory battles and stuff like that, if you are, leave comments. We're building guild tools for the Cube. We already have roster review, GAC scouting, and some GAC planning features. More to come, obviously, but also we're trying to implement some useful guild functionality. So if you're a guild leader in a guild that wants a specific tool that would help you do territory wars, territory battles, raids, potentially better, let us know. And then we have the Naboo raid where they're it's coming, but we don't really know what's going to be in it, but it's going to be there. That's cool. I can prepare, Separatist and Galactic Republic characters and have something to look forward to that won't hopefully give me immense headaches like the current Endor raid. And then Gungans, they delivered on a fan favorite faction that people have wanted forever. And I think they hit it big. I mean, they're giving us Boss Nass. They're giving us 3 I guess this guy is technically a named character, and these guys are just generic characters, but they're giving us a full 5 and a legendary Jar Jar. I mean, this is going to be up on a lot of people's lists of characters that they're willing to wail on. So maybe in a quarter where they've been struggling a little bit, quick way to get a couple extra people to spend. I'm going to be honest, it doesn't really make sense for me to go for Gungans at the moment. But I probably will, because it's fucking funny, and I think having a Gungan squad would be awesome. A legendary Jar Jar Binks, 4 Gungans to unlock, no crazy requirements, hopefully. I'm hoping for maybe like a, speaking of Cal Kestis, hopefully he gets announced he's coming back soon, because fuck. And hopefully he's coming back permanently. But if we get a Cal Kestis like Gear 12 across the board, Jar Jar Binks unlock, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with like a Bo-Katan. Well, actually, she might be Relic 7 across the board. I'd be fine with Relic 3. I'd be fine with Relic 5. I don't care. I think the Gungans are awesome, and I'll probably just farm them because I think it's fucking funny. And then they're hitting us with some extra stuff. We got a Queen Amidala, new Galactic Republic characters. There's probably going to be a couple Omicrons. I, on stream, kind of played around with who the Galactic Republic characters are, trying to figure out what that, like, third Queen Amidala to, like, it's going to be like Queen Amidala, her guard, and then, like, I don't know, young Obi-Wan or something like that. Whatever that team ends up looking like, I'm interested in to see where that goes. Obviously, it's one of the most important factions in the game, so having that ability to probably mix and match quite a bit makes it an interesting character to look out for. And then, I mean, this was the fucking... like, no one asked for this. But, I mean, there are some people who exist who have way too much money who probably would start gifting out stuff. I just realized the funny thing is I'm probably going to get a bunch of fucking people like giving me like there's probably going to be like a, like a $4.99, like you get 10 shards of fucking something. I'm probably going to get like 1,000 people gifting me like 10 useless shards or something stupid. And then CG's going to end up... I mean, imagine how much money people they're going to make just on, like... Oh, no, I guess it's only guild. I was going to say it's guild instead of ally code. If it was just pure ally code, I was going to be like... It might make the game unplayable for Arnold. He'd get, like, 1 million fucking, like... pack donations. Like, he'll have, like, fucking 30 million Jawa scavenger shards or something like that. Or Jawa... yeah, whatever. Jawa engineer or whatever. But I guess... if it's just within your guild... I mean, I can't imagine there is a use for this other than, like, I don't know. I have a lot of subscribers who, like, play the game with their son. You know what I mean? And, maybe instead of just buying it on their son's account, they, like, just start gifting their son shit. I don't know. I can't imagine that this is going to be very interesting. But, I mean, I guess the old Geonosian models here are actually fucking hilarious. But, all in all, I'd say, I mean, this is the kind of post that I kind of prefer. I like a little bit of mystery, a little bit of a look ahead so that we can, like, move in the right directions. Yes, a lot of this was basically leaked because the people that end up leaking stuff are too well connected for CG to really be able to put a stop to it. But just like, Profundity and Galactic Legends, the last couple, it's really nice, especially for me. It's just nice to, like, plan stuff out early so that it's not the gap between the people who spend and the people who just prepared early is not as big. I kind of appreciate that. But let me know what you guys think. As always, I love you. And if any of you guys are landlords, I have questions. Because I need a place to live. And I don't want to make sure that I'm getting fucked. So bye-bye.